Hello, this is the Oklahoman Doge, and today I'm going to do a Scratch tutorial. So how you get to Scratch is you basically just type in scratch.mit.edu like so, and then eventually it should load and you get to Scratch. So you can just click create without signing in, which is over there, but you can also sign in and then you can share your project once you finish creating it. So I'm just going to sign in real quick. Once I'm signed in, then I'm going to go to my stuff and then click new project. It's gonna take a while to load, so just wait. Okay, project. So we have this cat sprite here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make it like stand on something. So let's go ahead and make a floor. So this is click the box back here, and after we change the color to black, and click the box and make a floor. And we also do not want any outline because that messes up when you do like the when touching color stuff. So yeah. Alright, once we have that, then we're gonna click the cat again. So you can see we have 2 frames. We'll do that later, but for now, we're gonna make a gravity thing. So let's drag him up to there. So when he starts, then he can go to that position. So we'll do when green flag clicked, motion, go to, right, and then we'll enter, yeah, that's the X and then Y variables. So we're gonna want an X of 0 and a Y of 50 because that is above the floor and we don't want it glitching out when touching the floor, like when it's below the floor. So yeah. Alright, see if we drag him down there, and like if once we build the gravity, that'll be messed up. So let's put it back up there, and then let's keep coding. Alright, so and we have yeah. So now we're gonna try to make him fall until he touches the floor. So let's code that real quick. So what we're gonna do is put here and then do a forever block, and then an if block, and then a sensing block. So then we're gonna do touching. Wait, yeah, and then we're gonna do not. So let's do that. Put the touching thing inside of the not. Oh wait, oh yeah, we're supposed to get rid of that. Oh yeah, because we need to repeat until instead, and then we can put that there, and then we don't really need the not actually. So then, oh wait, we need to get rid of that too. Then let's take the touching color block and set that to black, or we can just click on the color that we want from the background. So now we have that selected. So now whenever it touches that color, let's code in what it does. So let's go over here and click change Y block. So then we're going to go to motion and then change Y by 5. And then we're going to go here, and then we're going to put a weight block in there so it doesn't just go to the bottom of the page. So let's change the weight, and then change that to -5 because we don't want it to go up. But I think it's falling a little slow, so let's just change that weight 1 to weight 0.1. Or if that's too slow, then we can do weight 0.01, which is quite faster. It looks better, in my opinion. So now that we have this done, we have basic gravity, we can drag him anywhere and he will fall until he touches the floor. So that's nice, we've got gravity done. So let's move on to the next thing. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so it can move side to side using the right and left arrows. So let's do that. Let's click over here on costume. Wait, no costume. Wait. Oh yeah, click off. Okay. Now if we scroll up a little bit, and I'm going to click that, and win, because it's like a win, arrow. Let's do right arrow, key pressed. Then we're going to want something to happen for it to move to the right. So how we're going to code that, just duplicate that, which you can just right click and then click duplicate on the sideboard that pops up. So let's change that from there, and then we'll have that. So then we're going to have a little bit more code here. Like that, and we're going to change that over there because we don't want that, because that is why we're going to want changing the X variable. So now you can see we move around. It's a little bit laggy, but I mean, it's good enough. So now we can actually just duplicate that and then change a few things to make it also work when moving to the left. So just change that and change that to a negative number. And then there we have it. Now we can move left and right. Ooh. Okay. Now that we have that done, let's try adding some jump. So let's see how well that works. So let's duplicate that again. Gotta duplicate, let's grab that. We're gonna change that to like space or like up arrow, so that works too. And then we're gonna actually duplicate that because that has the Y on it. Let's take that, let's choose that one. And then this actually won't work because, as you can see, it won't work when we click up arrow. Let's move that over and I'll get test there real quick. So when we click up arrow, it doesn't do much with it. That's because we have to change that to such negative to a normal number. But still, as you can see, it doesn't do much. We want a better jump. So let's go ahead and change that using something called a variable. So let's call this jump, and then we can have jump true or false depending on when gravity will work or not, so it doesn't affect the quality of the jump. So let's do that, and then we're going to put an if inside of the gravity thing to edit it a little bit to fix the jumping. And then we're going to do variables, and we're going to click jump here, and then we're going to do is if jump is false, because we only want it to be false if gravity is in action. Otherwise, gravity will not be in action and it will not do anything. So now, when we jump, it works a little bit better. But we still need to add 3 more blocks to set jump to false and true, both on the gravity block and the jump block itself. So let's do that real quick. Okay. So let's change that to false. Alright, let's move that over a little bit. Okay, so now he lands there. And we can jump, but it still doesn't work very well. I mean, sure, it's okay. I mean, it's better than it was before because it goes back down and everything like that, but it still is a pretty stubby jump. So I'm gonna make that jump a little bit bigger and a little bit smoother. But we can move around, which is good. So, yeah. Let's keep working. Alright. So, to make this bigger, we're gonna repeat 3 times. So that'll make the jump a lot bigger and a lot smoother. And it uses less blocks than so it's more efficient than another way that would work, but it makes the computer slower and it is not as efficient as the repeat block. So that's why the repeat block is a really good block. So now let's move on to making these frames work when he moves left and right, so it looks a little bit better of a game. So let's just take that next costume block and then let's clean up the blocks real quick and then put them in order. And then we can use the next costume block to make the game a lot better and look a lot nicer. So let's do it. Alright, so now we have this all cleaned up. Let's take the next costume block and take that, and then we're gonna do this remoduling. So let's just put that there. But then we're gonna need a repeat and 2 block to save our life another time. So let's go back here and then go scroll down a little. Go down a little. Oh, here, no, wait, no. What? Oh, wait. Oh, here it is. Okay, I just lost the block for a second. Now we have that. So then let's put the next costume inside. Let's actually take the whole thing and put it, set it there, and let's take that and put it in the middle. Alright, now what we're gonna do is gonna be kind of confusing. So we're gonna take not, and then we're gonna do what it says at the start, which is, yeah, so change not and then the arrow. So right arrow real quick. Once we finish this, so we don't have to edit the left one, we can let's just duplicate that and delete the old one, because that'll be a lot nicer and easier for us. So okay, so now we want to use 2 costumes, so let's actually, no, wait, never mind. So now we have that, and as you can see, wait, why isn't that working? Oh, wait. Oh, because I have that on right arrow. We actually need to change that to left for it to work. Okay. That looks a lot nicer. So, yeah. And then let's do that for the other one by just duplicating that real quick, trashing the old one, and changing a few of the drop downs. Do that, and that, and that. And then there we go, and we have it walking in both directions. So as you can see, this looks very nice. So yeah, that is it for our tutorial. So these are the basics of Scratch, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.